What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody? This is episode number 38, Fourth and One, a sports podcast. Fourth and One is presented to you by Why Am I a Nerd Podcast Network, where everyone is a nerd about something. My name is Sean Farrell, and joining me tonight is the golden voice of podcasting, live from the draft, Matthew Ferreira.
What's up?
And the Statman Valenti and Pat the Commish McGuigan are also here. Tonight on the podcast, our friend, Washington Dave, is joining the group. On tonight's episode, we will be talking all things NFL draft and conducting our own mock drafts of sorts. What's up, everybody?
What's going on, guys? The most wonderful time of the year.
Sure.
I know it's exciting, and I realized that me and Ant are actually going to be at a hockey game during the draft.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
really?
realized that.
If someone wants to commit draft fraud, the only person that invites you to a hockey game during the draft is the one, the only Cameron James.
It actually is really funny, though.
I'd say he planned that, but I don't think he.
No, I don't think he even knows. He's like, what? Draft is that?
Yeah. They draft players.
Yeah. Yeah. He thought it was the NHL draft. That's why he got tickets to the game.
I mean, honestly, he's getting to the point we might be able to have him on as our featured NHL commentator pretty soon. It's probably going to be fuck everyone but the Devils, but still.
Most likely. He's been texting me about this game tonight because the Flyers and the Devils have a 3-game series, and we're going – looks like we might be going for the deciding game in the series on Thursday. So
Oh, wow.
it'll be interesting, but oh, hey, calm it down there.
Who let the dogs out?
The commish.
No, actually, I can't complain. My puppy.
Real quick draft question, and I guess this has kind of changed over the years, but where do you guys which draft coverage do you watch? Are you ESPN? Are you ESPN faithful? Or have you moved over to the NFL Network? Because I kind of switch in between, but I feel like I'm leaning more towards NFL Network. I don't know if I like the commentators better, and ESPN just seems a little too produced for me. But I'm an NFL Network guy. I think I'm leaning towards that.
I've actually always been pretty much ESPN. Like, I don't think I've ever really watched NFL Network unless it was on wherever I went, which more often than not, this is actually, I think it's going to be the first year in a while I'm actually able to watch the first round of the draft because last year I had something going on. I forget what. And the 2 years prior, the Avengers movies were out. So I was sitting there watching everyone get dusted by Thanos and wondering God, I hope we took Saquon Barkley.
I think I had to text you that night.
Yeah. Yeah, I got out I had 800 messages. I was like, all right, let me scroll through all these. First, let me go to Bleacher Report, see who we picked up. Couldn't even be excited because all, my childhood heroes had literally died right before that.
What about you, Ant? What are you ESPN or NFL Network guy?
ESPN guy. I actually never checked it out on NFL Network, but since you swear by it, I think it's something I have to go to.
Well, I don't swear by it, but I feel like they just give you more it's constant coverage. I feel like you get more backstory and produced segments and when you watch ESPN, but that's just me.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out now because I don't even know why I never thought of it to begin with.
It'll be interesting this year on ESPN though, because Trey Wingo is not hosting it anymore.
Oh, really? Who's hosting it now?
Greeny, I think.
Oh, interesting.
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, I like Greeny, but I feel like he's super, super biased.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's definitely New York bias guy.
I don't think so.
Speaking of,
he likes the Giants, right?
I was going to say, speaking of bias, Aaron, remember that time I was in Dallas for the latter rounds of the draft and was texting you all that stuff with just the middle finger up on every single Dallas logo?
Every single one.
Every single thing I saw, I was like, yeah, let me snap this.
Yeah, I must delete you on Snapchat that
week. So are you guys we'll be at a hockey game. Are you guys doing anything for the draft?
It's my buddy's birthday, so I'm heading over to his place.
So you're out. You're never going to watch the draft again. I feel like you plan something every day, every year.
I know. I've always got something going. Well, I've been watching it there at least. The plan is to watch it there, but then the next day I leave for New Orleans for a bachelor party. So,
damn. I mean,
Yeah.
that'll be good. That'll be a good time.
Oh yeah, that'll be great. I just hope I live.
Hey, we survived. Me and Anthony survived once.
I mean, I've survived 4 times now. Although,
Oh,
actually,
you're a seasoned veteran.
yeah, Dave will actually back me though. I almost died when I came back the first time. I decided like, oh man, I just put all this sin and alcohol into my body for days
Sin.
straight. Let me go for a run.
Oh my God.
I fell completely. Like there was like a jagged piece of pavement, and like my shoe caught on it, and I went straight down. I just called him. I was like, Dave, you gotta come pick me up. I was like, come get me. I'm not walking back home. Like, come get me.
What did we say? Didn't you say you like tell other people that like you did something?
I
else?
told everyone that I saved a little girl from a giant rabbit dog because there is a huge cut like right here where I broke my entire fall. Which
Yeah,
actually, I think I still have the.
When
yeah.
he wiped out, like he wiped out. He hit pavement hard.
Yeah.
This is the guy that claims he can. He was gonna relace up the track shoes for.
Well, that's how fast I
a
was
200.
running.
A 200.
I was,
a 200
I was running
rematch.
so fast that there wasn't time to adjust to the crack in the pavement. That's why it was so damaging. You know, it's just when you're moving at that blazing speed, it's tough to adapt.
What else? Any other draft thoughts before we conduct our own draft? Anything that's been popping up that you guys want to chat about?
I don't have a huge draft thought. I do want to pivot real quick. I see what I did there to basketball and talk about how my Orlando Magic,
The New York Knicks.
We can go
Let's
next.
go.
I was about to say the Magic have been breaking my heart right and left, but they did something recently that I kind of like. I don't know if it's going to play out well for us. I can't see that it will because our administration kind of sucks. But I do find it very interesting that we just signed Mo Wagner. I said it wrong. Formerly of the great University of Michigan. So pretty pumped on that. It's not going to do anything for us, but it's cool for me. So.
I mean,
that was my big news of the day.
Big blue.
I mean, after the trade deadline, you knew there wasn't going to be anything good to talk about. So
yeah,
I guess that is a silver lining.
Maybe I'll buy a jersey and then he'll get good and then we'll trade him.
Yeah, I mean, I said the Knicks, but I mean, they're fun to watch, man. I mean, it's unreal what they're doing. Julius Randle is honestly, I think I know this is biased, but the way he's playing, they wouldn't be where they are. I mean, he's legitimately an MVP contender, especially with the numbers he's putting up. But they played tough against the Phoenix Suns. I think the score was a little more than how it looked. But Phoenix Suns have been maybe the top team in the NBA the past couple of weeks. So it's interesting.
Crazy. Yeah.
Interesting to see the Knicks actually play with them, you know? So it was pretty cool. But any other draft thoughts? Pat, what do you got? What are you watching for in the draft?
Who the Jags put with Trevor, since Deshaun Watson, I can't root for him right now.
Yeah, that's a
weird situation.
Yeah,
we're just gonna pass on. We're just gonna blow right past that.
How about this one before we get into the draft? What are your guys' thoughts on Julio Jones rumors about him potentially being traded? Because that's a hell of a piece that might be available either before. Apparently it might be after draft, or future picks for him for the.
If they trade him before the draft, it costs them a shit ton. If they trade him after June something, it's like they get $15 million in cap back.
I thought that too, but then I also heard something like that if the people offer future picks, that they can designate him post first or something. And I'm not sure if that's true, but I thought I heard that. I could be wrong, but
I'd be open to the Giants doing that.
For my team too. I mean, if we can't get one of those other receivers, which we probably won't, would love to go after Julio.
I mean, in our we were doing a GM roulette. That was one of the first moves I made. I think as the I was either the Falcons GM or the Miami Dolphins GM, but when they had that high pick, we made some moves for Julio Jones. I mean, I think it's a smart move. I think they're gonna be rebuilding in the next year. There's a high chance they could take a quarterback in this draft. We'll see what who has them. What GM Matt does. I think Matt, you have the Falcons.
I do have the Falcons.
We'll see what GM Matt does. But I think if they take that quarterback, you still have Calvin Ridley. You know, if you can move Julio now and get some future picks and continue the rebuild strong, I think might be a smart move for them at this point.
I guess that begs the question at that point: do they go quarterback and just is that signal read?
You just redo
That's
the
kind of
whole
my
thing.
question. You know, like,
You might as
I feel
well.
like if they're going to do that, they're going to just. But I guess Fields would be drafted first. So
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I have a different quarterback rankings. Like, if I was the Jets, I don't think I'd take. God,
Wilson?
Who are the?
Don't give away my secrets.
I personally, and I was thinking about this today. I personally don't. Wilson, and I saw this comparison made before, has Trubisky vibes, like major Trubisky vibes. Whether it's that they're a very similar quarterback, and whether the Jets pick him, it just seems like a Jets move that it wouldn't work out.
Bro, he couldn't be Coastal.
Could you imagine?
Right. Yeah. I mean, if there's any game that I watched him play a whole game and I wasn't even impressed, I didn't even know he was a top prospect. He couldn't beat our alma mater, Coastal Carolina, who was, obviously they had a great season. They
went undefeated this
yeah, they had a great season, but like from a guy that's supposed to be this.
How's his face, Zach Wilson?
this game changing player that's going to swing your franchise around for the number 2 pick. Like, I just don't see it happening for some reason. There's just something about him that I don't know. I mean, like, let's talk about when Ohio State beats Clemson in the semifinal. Everyone was talking about Justin Fields as the number 1 pick. He already surpassed Trevor Lawrence in that one game. And then, he gets his ass beat by Alabama, and now he's fallen down. He's fallen down the draft board. So it's interesting just how like one game changes everyone's perspective. And obviously the media is involved in a lot of this stuff, but I think this is one of the craziest drafts because I honestly have no idea, what's going to happen. I think, obviously I think the Jets are going to take Wilson and the Jags are going to take Lawrence. But after that, I mean, there's a lot of rumors going around about every single team.
My thing, though, is if I'm Justin Fields, I'm kind of happy because I'd rather not go to the Jets or one of these other teams they're talking about. I'm like, dude, I'll go to Bill at 15. Like yeah, I'll go up there. Like,
I don't think our Bill is going to take him, but
well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, you never know.
I just say that if I was him, I'd be like, I mean, I know you're losing a little bit of money, but at the end of the day, wouldn't you rather go somewhere where you might have a longer career?
Yeah, and get to make more over.
Yeah, like you could go somewhere, sit behind somebody decent. I mean, there's plenty of teams that would probably take him as a legit backup or a future,
I could
fill in for somebody.
I could see like Tampa Bay, New Orleans.
I don't think he makes it to Tampa Bay, but yeah.
I mean, I know they took what's his name, Love last year, but Packers. I mean, who the hell knows? Some Packers.
God, could you imagine the Packers take another quarterback in the first round?
Let me get.
They're trying to piss Aaron Rodgers off.
Good God.
I mean, every draft, these guys try to predict these drafts. They have all these mock drafts. And the one crazy thing I see this year is all these trades they're trying to predict. I don't think any of the trades that they ever predict ever come true.
No.
And then you end up seeing players that you've never heard of get picked at certain spots. And you really have no idea what these teams are thinking. And it's all obviously fun to speculate. And that's what we're going to do tonight. But it's one of those things. This draft specifically, I feel it's just going to be hard to predict what happens. Cause I feel like each pick rolls over to the next one and kind of dictates where these other teams, make.
There's a lot of little like turning points almost. Like who the 49ers pick is a big turning point.
Right.
Later on with like in the later early, like what Broncos are right around 9. Like if they take a quarterback, I feel like that's hell. Who the Bengals take at 5?
Right.
I'm having a tough time here, fellas.
Look at her when she does that.
And I think when you look at these teams too, like from what I've heard, and if these reports are true, I could see a lot of trades in the first this year because like apparently there's rumors that like a lot of teams view maybe 14 prospects as actual first rounders. So you're talking about like that whole second half of the draft. It's going to be a crapshoot, It's
going to be who do you like?
I think you are going to see random people that you're not going to expect to be in the first round. So it's going to be a lot of fun, I think, and scary for the teams picking back there. Like I'm not excited about 19.
Yeah, I mean, I think you see a lot of the teams. I mean, obviously they made a big deal about the Giants, how Dave Gettleman has never traded back. And then there was that leaked tweet from, I think it was Pro Football Focus,
Chargers, right?
the Chargers, how they've already made a trade with the Giants. So,
Was
I
it
mean, who,
72 or something?
yeah, I mean, who knows? It'll be interesting because there's a lot of teams that need a lot of different things. And, you know, like you said, there might only be, I think I read the Panthers only ranked 16 guys worth a first round pick too. So I think it's a similar number between like 14 to 16 players that a lot of teams are looking at, you know, as worth that first rounder. And if they don't need to take them in that round, they can trade back and accumulate some more assets. So I guess we will see how this computer, what the trade, I know this is this system. Pat, you want to go over the simulator and kind of, you know, break down how this is going to go?
All right. So first off, we have each person, Sean, Matt, Ant, Dave. We're all assigned 3 teams. Sean, Giants, Jaguars, Panthers. Matt, Dolphins, Falcons, Patriots. Ant, Cowboys, Bengals, and Jets. Dave, Washington football team, 49ers, and Broncos. That Washington football team just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Actually, before we start that, where are you on the latest as the team name wise? Like where's your feelings towards it?
My feelings towards it is that we need to name. It's that simple, and apparently this is a discussion, and I say discussion loosely. It's more of like a war between 2 different parts of the fan base for the name right now. I just think they need a nickname. I don't care what it is at this point. It could be Hogs, Wolves, Warriors, Monarchs. I don't give a crap. You know, just don't make it. You know, just don't make it something crazy, stupid like monuments, and I'm cool.
Confederate Generals.
Yeah, the Generals. Like, what are we? A dollar store?
The Washington Robert E. Lee's.
I don't know. Maybe in South Carolina, I think they still support that. But
how about the Washington paper bags? There you go. There we go. I got it. Perfect.
I do like the Hogs. I think
the Hogs.
Yeah,
I like the Red Wolves when you guys talking about that one last year.
I mean, I submitted. I mean, they did like the whole submission thing. I did Hogs and Wolves. I don't care if you do Red Wolves or Wolves. You know, I think there's
either
no
one.
in
Yeah.
the NFL. So, you know, everyone's like, well, there's Timberwolves. I'm like, dude, no matter what you're gonna pick, if you're gonna pick Warriors, you're gonna have the Golden State Warriors compete with. It doesn't matter. You know, there's 2 Cardinals. You can go
Chanticleers.
There's 2 Bears, right? So there's 2 Panthers.
The Washington Chanticleers.
There you go.
Figured it out.
The Washington
You
Giants.
just got to change your colors to teal.
I just don't think going with the area like how they did Caps and Nationals. I think people were like, "Well, they should do that." I'm like, I don't think they need to. They weren't originally that, so why do it now?
And they're the oldest of those teams, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah. It's just
So.
like this is fun, but like for 1 year.
right. Yeah. What about I mean, is there a contingent in the fan base that wants to keep the Washington football team almost like an Washington FT, you know, like, or yeah,
they want I saw Capital City district something was Capital City. I saw Washington Football Club, and that one,
Ugh.
I mean, just
What
go
is it, soccer team
go live in Europe, man. Like I don't need that shit in the NFL. Like, I'm sorry, I don't care. It's not this sport. Like, we're not clubs. We're organizations. You're teams. Like,
I think you're an MLS team.
yeah, man. It's exactly, and it's like, you know what? Different football game. All right.
I mean, I can't. Yeah, valid points all around.
There's a lot of passion. A lot of passion.
Will they announce it on draft night? Will they announce the team name on draft night?
No, but I do think they announced it before the 20. I think they announced it like by September.
Okay.
I think, or like going into September, maybe first month this season.
I mean, we'll say a prayer for you. Hopefully,
Yeah.
You know, we have a Giants versus the Washington someones.
The no names. I like the no names.
Well, I hope we can actually attend a game this year. That would be
If
fun.
anyone
has no name.
If anyone's watching Mighty Ducks, it's the Don't Bothers.
I loved it. I was like, hey, it's us.
All right, Pat, continue. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. All right, so we went over all the teams. Every other team will go through, kind of just do best available based on draft need. We can obviously discuss if it's a controversial pick, anything like that. Rules are 3 minutes for the first round, 2 minutes second round, 1 minute for the third round picks. If we decide to do the third round when that time comes. And then any trades between y'all's teams have to be, well, I guess, so if Ant trades with a Sean team, if you guys approve it. If Ant wants to trade with another Ant team, we all have to approve it. Just because that way we're not going to get the Cowboys the number 3 pick overall. Sorry. And then any trades with any teams that aren't user controlled, same thing, majority vote on approving it, whatnot. And then I'll have it up here. If you guys need to look at a best available of a certain position, let me know. We'll keep it paused till we'll do it on our.
You'll let us know time, right? Like
yes, I'll keep the time picks, and I'll give you like an update every so often if it's going too long. And when you make the pick, just kind of discuss why you made the pick. Don't just be like, pick that person. We'll move it up. Let's make it interesting.
Cool. All right.
You want me to do this, Sean Farrell? Oh wait, no, I need Matt.
I think we're gonna go live to Mr. Matthew Ferreira, who is in Cleveland for the draft.
I didn't even think about that. Oh God. Pardon me while I set fire to this, shithole of a city. But welcome to the 2021 NFL Draft. The Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock. I'm not going to do that every time. I'll get old.
Oh, man.
Come on. It's
all right. I'll keep going. It's like 90 something times.
All right. Sean, you're on the clock.
I have received a lot of interest for this pick. I mean, the phone is blowing up. I'm not going to say what team this was, but I did receive a offer for 3 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and a third-round pick. Unfortunately,
hold on. Are you 100% sure about everything? I don't know if you've looked at your phone, just made sure everything, because the clock's still running. You don't have to select just yet.
How much time do I have left, Commissioner?
2 minutes and 19 seconds.
Okay, should I just milk the clock for this? Man, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to say who sent that trade offer. I mean, I appreciate it. Now, Pat, since we're doing it this way, are we going to get those random trades?
No.
Okay. Just checking. Cause I was actually curious to see if there was a team offering like a ridiculous amount.
Everything's going to be user controlled. So we don't have any random factors.
All right, cool.
You got 1:44.
You do it a real draft style, making us wait till the last 10 seconds.
Right, even though we already know what's going to happen.
That reminds me. I don't know what everyone's drinking tonight, but I got a little Bradley Brew project, Me Mom's collab. Can I speak to the manager? If you haven't gotten this yet, you're in trouble because it's sold out in 2 days. The second fastest selling beer they've ever done. Second to the Al Dukes of WFAN, the Fan Sports Radio, Spear, who was number 1. But 2-day sellout. Couldn't be prouder.
How do I get this?
Might have to. I mean, I know Matt's picking up 2 4-packs, so you might.
Yeah, we can have a talk. But now that I know supply and demand is high,
Listen, I got my vaccination shot. All right.
If you want, Matt might include one in the trade offer tonight. We will see.
You're more than willing to.
That is. I'm willing and open to that.
Okay.
The pick is in. Jacksonville Jaguars select Trevor Lawrence.
How do you not take 3 first-round picks?
Man, the Jaguars potentially are getting the greatest quarterback prospect since Peyton Manning. I mean, I don't know. It's the most
reveal to, I'm sure, the hatred of millions, which team that was offering that trade?
Rumored to be the New England Patriots trying to move up to number 1. I cannot confirm that 100%.
Ant, you are on the clock.
Oh boy. The Jets. Who do we pick?
Is he gonna shake it up? Let's see here. I'm. If you were Dave, if you were number 2 as the Jets, are you sticking? Would you pick Wilson as predicted, or would you go somewhere else?
Personally, have Justin Fields as my number 2 quarterback.
Ew.
And what I would say is, I don't know if I would take him over him because like I haven't watched enough film on all these guys like an expert like that. But there's a discussion that could definitely be had, and I think that there has not been that discussion that there should have been.
All right, the pick is in. New York Jets select Justin Fields.
Wow. I think
talked him out of it.
He literally, that text literally came in as you were talking about it.
Move over, Mel. I'm coming.
Sorry, man.
Oh, wait. So that means I'm on the clock. Oh, boy.
49ers.
This is interesting.
Dave, do you have my phone number? It should be.
No, I don't know if you have the commissioner's phone number.
I don't think I'm in any of the chats here. I'm just kind of winging it here.
I can pass it along.
I was gonna say
real quick.
If you can find the old fantasy football chat.
Oh crap!
I don't know how old that is now though.
Everything I've really crammed in today, and I mean, a lot of experts are saying, and I'm not trying to, make a prediction like Washington Dave over there just predicted that, but they're saying they really like Mac Jones. But I don't like.
Wait, I'm in the 4th and 1 group.
I just sent it to you.
Okay.
But that beat kind of sounded like the draft.
Yeah, that was kind of close. It sounded something like there's a little message.
Snag my number out of there.
Instead of Matt announcing who's on the clock, I think he should make the
I forgot to do it the last few times.
The draft sound. Yeah, come on, Commissioner. Where's our sound effects?
All right, there we go.
I don't have a soundboard.
I just texted you. I don't know. Chat's not coming up.
Yes, sir. I have it.
Man, this is interesting. Like, if they did go this route, Wilson, again, there could be question marks here, but I feel like Niners knew who they were trading up for, even if they don't believe it. Like, even if they don't tell us that, I guess.
Right.
I just do believe that they really want Trey Lance or Mac Jones.
Yeah.
I just don't know which one it's going to be.
Did you?
And if I don't get an offer soon, I'm going to make this pick.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
It's Bill Belichick working magic behind the scenes that we don't see. Are you
just went under 2 minutes, so you still got a little bit of time.
Okay. I thought I was like holding everything up here.
But I didn't start it because I wanted to give you a second.
I appreciate it.
Do we think that the sound for the draft is
Has anyone sent anything in or no?
Copyright?
No? Okay. All right, then I'm
no, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Why did you find it?
This I've heard other people use that for like
they're not. I don't think they're listening to 4th and 1 podcast and come down. And
yeah, I mean, hopefully years from now we're paying for this.
All right, so I'm gonna make a selection here. If this was the board, I feel like even if this happened, I still feel like they were gonna go with their guy, and I'm gonna go with the guy who I think they're gonna choose, and that's gonna be Mac Jones. Reason big, I mean, listen. It just makes sense for them. Like he's a quarterback that fits the system. They went to the Super Bowl and almost beat the Patriots, got a ring with Kyle Shanahan when they had Matt Ryan. And it reminds me a lot like that. I also think if that happens, it opens the door up for Jimmy Garoppolo to be on the block in the draft. Wink, wink.
Can you guys hear this?
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know.
First part.
All right. We have
Falcons on the
Matt.
clock.
You're on the clock.
Yep.
I think this is like one of those little turning points, like Pat was talking about earlier. Like this. I mean, I guess Justin Fields was in this draft because if you didn't see that coming, that could shake things up down the line. Maybe open some things up for the Falcons right here. I don't know, but this is one of those little whoever gets picked here to determine a lot of the next couple picks.
Yeah, could be a couple people trying to trade up now for. I don't understand how people like Zach Wilson, but by Zach Wilson.
Well, I mean, the pick's very much in.
And just
You
so we
texted
know,
to me?
Yep.
hugs are approved between commissioner and player this year. So let's put that out there. That is a thing.
Listen, for trades, do
We can
just
hug after this
offer
pick.
it on here? Like,
Yeah.
just publicly offer trades?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let's just say them. Like, if I want to offer something, I just want to like, yeah, I'll offer you this, and this.
It's tough, like with those teams that like San Fran who traded all the way up to that spot. You know, like if you got a team that already made a trade to get to
Right.
that spot, it's
Yeah.
like
Wait, Pat, did you get my text?
Yeah, I'm about to announce it. I was letting
Wait.
them do that.
Oh, is it too late if I want
Oh
to
yeah,
change
the
that?
pick's in. You can't trade now.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
wait.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
The Atlanta Falcons select Kyle Pitts.
Ooh. So the rebuild may not be taking place. I don't know.
No,
Unless-
they're going all in with their guys. They're going to keep Julio. They're going to keep Matt Ryan. They're going to make one final push. There's no quarterbacks here that really would make a big difference. So I think this is the move they end up going with, unless, someone by chance offered them a trade before they put the pick in. Or, if they were paying attention to their cell phone at the right time.
I
right.
like the pick, man. I think it's the right pick for them personally.
I agree. I think they're going to try and make a final push. They're just going to try and go for it with what they got, give respect to the guys that they have there, and, hope it works out for the best.
Yeah, I know they talk about like generational talents. I guess if there's anyone in this draft besides, Trevor Lawrence, Kyle Pitts probably comes up possibly next in the discussion as far as like a guy that just stands out way ahead of every other person at that position. So
Imagine if the Jags somehow got both of them. It just became an all of a sudden overnight a lethal offense.
Looking at the Jags picks, obviously, because I am in control. They do have a lot of draft capital where I could see them in the actual draft, even moving up to another first rounder if they like someone that much. I mean, they have enough pieces. They do have a lot of holes to fill, obviously, but at the same time, if you can use that to get a guy you think is going to be a definite thing, you might as well do it. All right, Commissioner. Where are we at here?
Pick. Ants on the clock with about a minute 50 left.
Now, this is the interesting one.
I feel like, and this might be from – oh, sorry.
What's up?
No,
I want to hear. Let's see. Let's hear.
No, I know. I feel like this is a straightforward choice, and it might just be some influence from the Finns dude, who I am in essence channeling right here. He couldn't attend tonight, but he did give me what he wanted to see for the Dolphins and what he thinks the direction of the draft will go. But I feel like there's a very obvious choice here. I don't want to directly influence what you're going to do, but I'd be happy to discuss it after. How you doing?
All right, before you announce the pick, let me just say something that I was listening to today directly about this pick was that Sewell, while he is the top tackle, he's also in a group of tackles that is extremely shallow, and apparently all their arm length is like the shortest arm length. While you have a guy like Jamar Chase who didn't play last year, but could reconnect with Joe Burrow and potentially could be that next, dare I say it, OBJ type figure for his boy down up in Cincinnati.
Well, what I was thinking though with that, and again, this is partially channeled through the Finns dude, is that what is the point in having Joe Burrow if you're not going to protect him? You could put another weapon around him, but he clearly needs protection. Like, guy played 6 games, and he was doing well for a while, but they don't have an offensive line, and that's been evident for a while. There's only so much that Mixon and Burrow can get done. So I think you got to kind of bypass the weapon in a deep wide receiver draft and go for the tackle.
No, I think it's a
Pick
tough.
is in.
Okay.
Bengals select Penei Sewell.
There you go. That was the right move.
All right. So why I picked him is exactly
after you
what
got
Matt-
ripped. After you got ripped apart. By
No, it was between him and I almost picked another guy, but I just went with him. But anyway, because I agree with Matt. How are you going to get the ball to a wide receiver?
they did get
if you're
Higgins
not going
last
to
year
get
too.
protection.
And there's a lot of wide receivers in this class.
Here's
Exactly.
here's my other thing. They did sign a tackle. They did sign a tackle this year. He's not, the youngest guy, Riley Rife. But the only thing is, if they truly believe that someone else on the board is going to be a game changer, that's going to be better than anybody else, that's going to be a superstar, you go with that guy no matter what. Now, if, obviously I made the pick. I think that's the universal correct pick. But if they do believe that like a Jamar Chase is that game-changing guy that's going to bring that to their offense and they can just plug and play on the offensive line, you see it happen sometimes. I think, I think it's a good argument that it could go either way on draft night.
Yeah, that's why it was tough to choose tonight.
Yeah.
Like, which one should I do? But also Rife, he's got experience at guard, so they can push him to guard.
Right.
So-
And I guess, and in that case, you solve twoll So good choice, Ant. I like it. It's a tough pick though.
Yeah, it was. What the fuck, Pat?
All right. Who's
That's
next
on the
up?
clock with the Finns, dude.
Are you texting the Finns dude and letting him know the status of the picks right now?
I actually already did. I was doing that as it was happening. Brokering
Definitely
some
some
things.
ulterior motive there with Finns dude wanting Jamar Chase to still be available, I think.
Pat, who is the user controlled team that picks the latest?
The latest might be Washington Dave.
Well, Jets and Jags pick after us.
Well, no, I thought you meant like first pick. Sorry. Do you mean first pick or do you mean latest pick?
Like out of the user controlled teams, who has
The Jags are the latest. They're 25.
Okay. Yeah.
But Washington's first pick is at 19. I thought that's what you were asking. Sorry.
No, yep. You answered my question. Thank you, Commissioner.
All right. We have a trade.
Ooh.
The Broncos are moving up to. Oh God, I gotta do this now.
Oh, that's
All right.
Now we get to see him. Now we actually get to see him work.
Let's figure this out. The Broncos are moving up to there.
You probably have to do like every single pick, right?
And
Yep,
to,
I do get to
clarify,
do it.
that
All
was
right.
this year's second, right? Or we're talking next year's second?
I was doing next year second.
Next year's second.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
I'll throw it at fifth if that helps you.
All right, so
Yeah, we'll pick that fifth.
we're swapping first rounders,
Okay.
and then you're doing next year's second and next year's first.
Next year's second, next year's first, and this year's fifth.
All right, well, I'm just going to take away their sixth and seventh this year
Yeah, that's fine.
because I don't have an option for the other one.
Okay, next year's six, whatever.
All right, so there's the swap.
So we'll say that
Oh wow!
Oh!
Big line.
Pat did not see this coming.
Hold on, how is that even possible?
You should be able to do future. You should be able to do future.
Just add whatever first round picks you have to add in the future. We're not gonna pick those today, right?
No.
So do like 3 first round picks. Fuck it.
Yeah, honestly, that. Well, unless you decide to make a trade later, but
True, but I don't think I'm gonna with them. I think they would say Pat after this.
All right, first, second, and fifth from next year.
You said what, fifth for this year?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Fifth, I mean.
We'll
Yeah,
just see if
boring.
this works.
Wait, can you add in future years?
For all those not watching, our trades are being declined.
yeah, I don't know how we can.
Man, they really want that pick.
Can you click on the
Wait,
22 and change the year?
No.
Mm.
Good Lord.
All right, wait.
Give them
So
all of them.
fifth round pick would be what?
1,
Second,
2, 3,
third,
4, 5. Yeah, that's what I was doing too.
152.
Not gonna work again.
Oh, got accepted.
Hey, we figured it out.
Hooray.
All right, let's go.
All right, Broncos
All
are on
right,
the clock.
Broncos
Okay.
are on the clock.
I was clicking the wrong picks.
And with the 6th overall pick, I'm going to take quarterback Zach Wilson from BYU. I mean, they probably didn't expect him to be there, and I would assume that they probably have him over Trey Lance, even though I really like Trey Lance, and I do think they're super interested in trading up for him. But Zach Wilson's there, man. I got to take him.
All right. Lions are on the clock. This is our first non-user controlled team. Their needs are wide receiver, linebacker, safety, cornerback, and O-line. I think with Jamar Chase sitting there at the top of the board, I don't see how they don't take Jamar Chase. Does anyone want to offer a trade for the Lions before I put this pick in?
No.
I mean, the Lions don't have the best history of drafting wide receivers in the first round, except for one guy.
The
But
But I mean, I feel like if he's here, I mean,
If he's
you
there, you just got Goff. You got to give Goff some weapons.
Yeah, because that's all he had when he was in LA. He had weapons for days, I feel like.
Anybody oppose?
Nope.
now,
All right. Pick is in. Panthers are on the clock.
oh, good Lord. Man, I really don't like Sam Darnold, but I guess we made that trade for him. So I got to stick
You
with
can
him.
offer him to somebody else if you want.
I mean, I can't trade him again, but I am not a Sam Darnold fan. So, and I didn't think Trey Lance was going to be there.
Little QB competition never hurt anybody.
You're right. But I feel like the Panthers have other needs. And if I'm the Panthers, they're definitely not drafting a quarterback. At least I don't think. Does anyone else think they're going to draft a quarterback here? I don't see it happening.
There
I
were
feel like
rumors that came out about them looking at Fields if he's available at 8. But I think that's to maybe entice a trade.
I mean, I also don't want to take the Cowboys' future quarterback here.
Hey, take it easy.
We do currently have a weakness in our defensive backfield. Somehow, the 4th round pick, Troy Pride Jr. from the University of Notre Dame, is starting. We did sign AJ Boye in free agency, but I feel like I just gotta keep filling some holes, and I feel like I gotta take. I think I'm gonna. I guess I'll text it into the commish.
Ooh.
The pick is in.
Carolina Panthers select Patrick Surtain.
I forgot I can text it.
What are you
Alabama.
doing?
Shaking it up, baby.
Let's go.
Matt and the Dolphins are on the clock again.
Bullshit pick, Sean.
Jerry Jones appears to be vividly upset.
Harry Jones is going crazy right now. He's
First
in my
pick.
ear as we speak.
I'm already I'm up next at 11, and I'm already scrambling, trying to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do.
Sean,
You know what to do. You know what to do.
I don't know. I mean, I heard that the Giants are even torn on the last thing I read that I came across were that Joe Judge likes one player, Gettleman likes another player, and that their director of scouting likes somebody else. So I honestly don't know what they're going to do, depending on who's available.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
know who my assistant general manager told me, but
Is Brady your assistant, Jim?
he was. He also told me to why not take Ian Book at pick number 11. I told him that was a bad idea. He only knows him because he plays NCAA on Xbox 360 with a fake uploaded roster.
Why not take Ian Book? Matt, you got 1:52.
I don't even need it. Text me right now.
I don't even need It'll be done. In 2.
Interesting. All right. The pick is in. The Dolphins select Mott Smith.
Oh, love it. Love it.
And that was from the Fins dude himself. So
Over Waddle.
Matt, you just took our guy at number 11. Oh.
sorry. I'm trying to be, unbiased possibly. I don't have an Ohio team, so I'm not trying to blow anything up.
Did Finn's dude have any comments as to why him over Jalen Waddle?
Hold on, let me see exactly what he said. I know they
Heisman,
like
baby.
Waddle a lot, but Smith, I think, like they like him more than Chase. I'm actually torn, and then he went with Smith. So, obviously, he's got any logic behind it.
That's interesting. I mean, I'm hearing like so much smoke screens right now, but I think I don't know, man. If Jamar Chase was there, maybe.
Yeah.
But I think they do like Devontae Smith over Jalen Waddle.
So, fun fact here that'll be interesting for the group. So, I was texting my buddy who's a Falcons fan to get some insights, and he didn't get back to me in time. But I ended up filling him in on the draft. So I was like, oh yeah, I ended up taking Pitts at 4. And after I said that, he's like, yeah, I'd be okay with Pitts at 4. I would like to trade back with Denver and secure some more picks, but I don't know how likely that is. Which is hysterical because that's exactly what Dave said. Just like,
that's funny. All right, the Cowboys pick is in.
Whoa.
J.C. Horn, South Carolina, corner.
Well, my first corner was picked 2 picks ahead. And
sorry, Ant.
The Cowboys are struggling defense right now, and we can use any help in the backfield.
Yeah, for our New York Football Giants, I mean, can we improve upon something that could be a strength this year, or should we just go after a glaring need that I witnessed last year in a lot of games? So I don't know. I'm torn on this pick. Do we go over the higher rated talent or do we fill a need? The Giants don't really have that many picks to play with.
Kind of got a hit on everything. The Giants can't afford to mess this up.
Pick 11 has to be a hit, or, I mean, as we talked about constantly every single week, we were ready to fire Dave Gettleman every single week. And now I'm fucking Dave Gettleman.
Your draft room looks better than his, though.
It does. Pat, can you just scroll down the board a little bit? I just need to see some rankings for some later availability. Oh man.
Any particular positions or
no? Just keep going. I just want to. I'm just. That's you're on Caleb Farley though. I saw that he has like major medical concerns, but originally he was like a top 10.
He's had 2 back surgeries, and as somebody who's also had a couple of back surgeries. You understand why he's falling.
And look how they're doing. Look how he's doing.
And we're both peak physical condition athletes. So
love it.
I've submitted my name for the draft too. So I haven't heard any talk about it. But
we should, when it's nice out, we can actually do stuff again. We should actually have everyone who's ever been on 4th and 1 in history do a a combine.
Oh God.
I don't know if you want
so
to
you
see
have
that.
You have me who tore my Achilles. You have Anthony who's injured, who's gotten hurt at almost half the volleyball games as well. I don't know, man. If you apparently, we're gonna do it after you come back from New Orleans, I'm in because I want to see you go down. But oh man, I don't know. This is all right. How much time do I have left?
I think like right about a minute.
Oh, sure. Running in here.
Yeah, you got like a minute 20.
I have an update from the Finns dude while we're waiting for that. So he says, we need weapons. Last year we had the least separation from all of our weapons out of the entire league. Parker led our team with 1.7 yards. Smith is the most open receiver I've ever seen in college, similar to AB in the pros. Plus his weight isn't an issue. He ranked top 5 in routes ran against press coverage. So there you go. That's his logic.
Well, and especially on a team like the Dolphins where they already have other receivers, he's not going to be relied on to be the number 1. So they can use him like he should be hopefully used. All right, let's see. Pick is in, Sean.
Let me. I need to explain myself after this pick, just so we know where my headspace is.
All right. So
I need Matt's approval, please.
Oh boy.
The Giants have selected Every Ohio State player in the draft. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Jalen Waddle, Alabama.
Okay.
Okay,
No, I'm not saying the second
here's
party
my
texted
here's my
me.
thought process. We have Galladay, we have Barkley, we should have an improved offensive line. We bring in Waddle. If Daniel Jones cannot be the quarterback this year with all those weapons, we know it's time to move on.
Yeah.
Also, our defensive coordinator worked wonders signing, undervalued guys last year, Blake Martinez, and them just making a major impact. I think we can fill holes defensively in the later rounds, and I think you just got to go for the game changer on offense, a guy that, there are question marks on him because he did miss a lot of last season, but I don't know. He's too highly ranked, and I got to scare the Washington football team. They have to cover somebody on the field. So
No, honestly, I kind of agree with you there. My choices for the Giants in the first round were either to go offensive weapon like wide receiver or Pitts if he somehow fell that far, to go offensive tackle if Slater or Sewell was available, or to go with I don't know if I can say this because he hasn't been selected, but with a certain defensive player who's a bit of a stud that hasn't been selected yet. So those are my 3 picks. So I'm totally okay with it.
That's who I was 50-50.
Yeah, I totally agree with your logic there. I think it was a sound choice. I would have done the same thing, probably.
And I know the team that's picking next has not really cashed in on their wide receiver picks. So if I could hurt them in some sense and leave them a little.
They're terrible at picking him anyway, so it definitely makes sense.
Eagles drafted Jalen Waddle because then they would have Jalen, and Jalen.
I mean, that'd be pretty cool.
All right. Eagles are up. This is another non-user team. So their needs are wide receiver, corner, O-line, linebacker, and D-line. I'm thinking probably O-line, help out Jalen Hurts with this pick. Maybe grab the other top tackle off the board, Rashawn Slater.
Do we think? I mean, they did take the second pick with their Jalen last year. Is he the man? If Trey Lance was to slide back this far in a real draft, are they fielding calls on him? Are they fielding calls?
I think you're just drafting another project then, and you have 2 projects. I mean, I could see them, fielding calls, probably.
I feel like this would be prime, like, Bears trade up. Like, personally, I feel like this would be like Bears at 20 trading up, getting Trey Lance. But that's just me personally. If I had this board drop,
I mean, I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that. I mean, if the Washington football team's not going to slide up and get him, then
Abibel division rivals will
Wait.
that,
Yeah,
I was thinking like I would do it, but like I don't think the Eagles.
Go ahead, Ant.
No, nothing.
Plus, I don't think it's the one they want.
All right. So we got Bears. We'll try
the Bears signed Dalton. That cannot be their end game, right? Like they think they're going to take somebody.
And this coaching staff needs to do something or they're done.
So what do you think here, Dave? We got a first round pick swap. What else?
I mean, they would be desperate, man. I would personally think they would be
maybe
giving
next
up,
year's first.
Ones.
Yeah, 100%.
I think they would be giving up 3 ones.
Next year's first and second.
I think you can comp this. It's a 1 pick difference from the Niners trade. You probably say maybe it's a 4th, it's a 5th or something.
Hey,
there you go.
Yeah, I think that's a realistic move. I mean, I don't know if the Eagles trade further back, but someone's going to be trying to slide up into that range.
If J.C. Horn, if the board went like this and Han and Horn were gone, I think they could. I think they absolutely could.
All right, so we are deciding the Bears have traded up, and we are taking Trey Lance.
Yep.
All right. So now the Chargers are on the clock, and we actually have a trade offer for the Chargers. The Dallas Cowboys would like to trade up. They offer the Chargers their first and second round picks for next year.
I mean,
first and second.
What was say the trade again? Sorry.
Dallas trading up.
If I read their picks wrong, right, I'm not sure.
With the Chargers for Dallas's first and second next year.
If they have them, I'm not sure if I'm looking at the right website here.
This is showing that they have them. This has an up to date.
Yeah, I feel like they need to give something else this year, personally, to move back up that high into the first round.
It's not for a quarterback, you know. So
Yeah.
and all the elite receivers are gone. You know, the elite tackle's gone. I mean,
Where are the
haven't seen
Chargers
one
picks?
Can you get through the screen here?
yeah. What is it?
Oh, okay.
7. The thing is, it's not this year's first. That's a tough one. You know. Like,
Yeah.
For them to move out of the first round completely, I just don't know if they're going to do that.
Well, I
I
mean,
don't know.
if you submit it and it see what they say, I mean, it's either
Declined.
I don't know.
all right. They want a little more. I think they want a little more.
All right, I tried.
All right. So we got the Chargers up here.
I think they go Slater personally.
I would think they would go tackle too.
Yeah.
Maybe Darisaw, like, because he's a more pure tackle, but I think Slater would be like he's the guy slipping that you kind of want to take, right?
We'll go Slater.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. Vikings are up. Their needs: O-line, edge, safety, linebacker, QB. With Darisaw sitting there, what do you guys think?
I heard they liked Parsons, but I
I-
think
they-
they're going tackle.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Parsons fits like there. For some reason, he popped into my head too. I think I guess it's 50-50. They probably don't think Parsons is going to land in that spot, but at the same time,
But like they have I'm pretty sure they lost like 2 linemen. Like wasn't Reef from their team and they lost him? Too?
yeah, you're right. He
You know
was.
what I mean? And the Kirk's not like a mobile guy.
What
Apparently,
does it say?
They were looking to move up for Penei Sewell, so I think they really want the pure
Yeah.
tackle.
What does it say on there? What does it say on their needs according to this, Pat?
On here,
It probably says It probably says linebacker and tackle it.
edge, offensive guard,
Doesn't have
safety,
linebacker.
offensive tackle.
Oh yeah,
I feel like Darisaw.
yeah. I think Darisaw.
All right. Ooh, Patriots are up. And the Patriots did not move up to get Trey Lance. We didn't even talk about that. He was sitting there
Wow.
at 12.
He loves
they didn't.
Cam Newton, the fantasy football saver.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, did we announce? Oh wait, damn it! I didn't send it to you. That's why. That's why. Sent it to the wrong person. My bad.
You sent it to me.
Yeah, because I'm an asshole.
Yeah, I had it from Dave, but I needed the confirmation.
God, yeah, my bad.
The Patriots have traded with the 49ers for Jimmy Garoppolo.
He's coming back.
He's coming back.
The Niners get a 7th this year, or a 7th and a 4th. No, Garoppolo and a 7th. They
4.
get the Patriots 4th.
We
That's pretty
negotiated.
realistic.
We negotiated on that too.
Yeah, we really did. It took a little bit.
All right, Patriots, who you picking?
Matt, look at your phone.
So now you've got
Hang
a
on one
quarterback.
second.
Look at your phone. Matt, look at your phone.
I know. I'm looking at it right. Oh, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it.
Some
And play that music again.
some deals are being made
Yeah.
behind the scenes here.
Nice.
Here we go.
You sending it right? 'Cause I don't-
Can you hear that?
Yeah, I'm sitting right now.
Can you?
I'm so
can you hear
Now,
that?
now,
I can, unfortunately.
Nice. We almost got the whole one. We cut out for like a second in the middle, but we got it. So exciting.
Ooh. All right, we have a trade.
Ooh, nice. Nice.
Which this is
Washington
in real life,
football
I would
team.
be terrified if this happened because I know exactly what you're doing.
Trade with New England.
Like this is you guys don't need to do this. This is what's called overkill.
We have first round swap,
And this year's second.
and this year's second. Accepted. Good job, guys. All right, Washington, you are on the clock.
Oh yeah, I'll text it this time.
You might as well just say it out loud at this point.
will this come back to haunt
He's
the
definitely
Giants?
taking Najee Harris.
Will this come
Probably.
back to haunt the Giants?
More than likely. If this happened in real life, I would be
Mhm.
terrified.
Yep, had a feeling. Washington
I think I ran up to the
football
podium
team
for this, by the way.
selects Micah Parsons, Penn State linebacker. That defense is looking pretty stout now.
I just think, you know what? First of all, the second round pick for Washington, if Washington fans know, man, we suck at second round picks. We can't hit on that for the last 10 years. I'm cool trading that away to get Micah Parsons at, what are we getting him at here? 15? Totally cool with that.
Yep, and we're just dropping down to 20. Like, yeah.
Yep. After getting Eric Flowers today, I think they're going to go linebacker at some point. So this is where it's going to go.
I think it's a good pick. All right, we got Cardinals here. I think we want to get through some of these non-user picks a little faster. One of their big needs looks like corner, wide receiver, O-line, safety, running back. You think they would take Greg Newsome here out of Northwestern?
I've also heard linebacker, but I don't know how true that is. Like, I know they liked a few, but I don't know who it is. I can't see them doing Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah after getting Isaiah Simmons last year, though.
Yeah,
pretty much the same guy, you know.
So anyway,
I think they probably
or,
if they do need a corner I think that's probably the way they're going to go.
This is their top need on here.
Do they have an O-line on there too? Like, does Murray?
They do have a line on there.
Because I mean,
Elijah Tucker
is like cleanest, line prospect. I think like he's not like the best, but he is like there's no bad film on him.
I think these guys go in these next two picks either way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with that.
No matter who picks who. Be honest with you.
I mean, yeah, if they don't take him, Raiders would jump on that.
All right. So do you guys want to go Newsome to Cardinals or?
Yeah, I think
Tucker?
Let's shake up the corner class.
And then we got the Raiders. Their top need is O-line. So I don't think they returned a single lineman from last year.
And did they trade like 2 away this offseason?
Pretty much. So I can see them definitely taking Elijah Vera Tucker here.
What's their right side? Oh yeah, their whole right side of the line needs a guard. They need a right guard and right tackle, 100%.
Let's do it. So then we have Finn's dude at 18 is back on the clock.
I'm going to give him a second to respond, but I think I know where we're going with this pick. I don't see how.
Check your phone. Check your phone, Finn's dude.
I want to get some bidding wars going here with some of these trades.
There's magic being made on the cell phones.
Yeah, waiting to see how much time do we have left on the clock there.
We're under 2 minutes.
All right.
I like how this draft is shaping up. I don't know if it's that realistic, but for the way we're moving things around,
pretty true. Yeah. Except for I feel like at 12, I think the Patriots definitely would have traded up to take Lance there.
Yeah. I mean, that's what everyone's saying. Everyone's saying that, but
depends if they like him or not. Like, we just don't know who likes who. I've heard Fields, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised either. Because Lance, I mean, people are saying Lance is like a young Cam Newton. So, like, who better to learn from than Cam Newton?
This is true.
You take him there, he doesn't have to start right away.
Right. He needs a team that he can sit a year, and that's the kind of team. Like Bears, even though it's a risky move for them, like it might not work out for the coaches. Like they might be gone regardless. But
let me know once we're down to 30 seconds, if you don't mind.
50 right now.
The suspense. Obviously, I know I want to go back to my Panthers pick there. I know Ant was a little upset, but we let one go. We lost Bradbury 2 years ago, all-star for the Giants, and we let another corner walk. So I think you are.
I mean, I think a corner is a legit pick for the Panthers.
Yeah,
they've always retooled right after they lost one of those guys.
Right. Yeah, I know.
You have a trade
getting rid of Josh Norman. That ended up working out for them, though.
Not for us.
Coast of Carolina, Chanticleer.
Hold on, we have a trade.
Just clarifying one thing.
Uh-oh.
This will determine
Did you just
exactly what
did you
happens.
just prematurely tell me there's a trade?
No, we're there's just some details being worked out.
Yeah,
Let me
this
just
is,
see.
Oh, by the way, yes, I would be terrified if you guys got Jalen Waddle, like or Devontae Smith. Like I am praying that no one in the East takes one of those receivers. I don't want him there.
Let me clarify. Yeah, let me clarify that, Matt.
You guys are killing me.
Hey, just
All right,
pull up. All right, just pull up the
Yeah,
pull up the
what the
draft pick
options
for
are,
the,
'cause there's a lot of
Jaguars.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Jaguars are trading.
Well, potentially.
Well, are wanting to trade with the Dolphins.
It would be the 25th pick and the 45th pick. Oh, what is the 81st pick? Is that a 4th round pick? That's what I need. That's what I
Probably.
need to know. That's fine. How about for 18 and 81?
Confirming right now.
Let's
We
computer.
do kind of want to game that third, though. You throw that third, and I think it's a. pretty much
No, I
done.
mean, even if it's a second if I'm moving up those 7 spots, I guess we'll find out. And you get a second round pick, and I get a 4th round pick instead.
Wait, they're getting the second, like the top second one in this one?
No, their second. It would be their second pick.
Oh, gotcha. So many. They're third, they're fifth second.
All right, so we're proposing
There's
this trade right here.
so many. Yeah, go
Yeah.
for it. Let's do it.
Fine.
Damn it! All right,
We have a
that's all
counter offer, or are we moving on?
right. I don't know. Unless Matt can think of something else.
Yeah, I can't think of a way we can actually get that to work. Try that. Put in those same numbers again. Sorry about this.
This is what it was declined.
I think
I think if you don't ask for this, you might get it.
you know what.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll try that. This position is extremely important to this team.
All right. Let's take it.
All right, Jaguars are on the clock.
And since this is my second pick, I'll announce it right now. But with the 18th pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Christian Barmore,
Ooh.
defensive tackle, Alabama.
Interesting.
I almost thought you were going to just move up to get ETN there.
Hey man,
Pair 'em up.
we're switching to a different defense, a little 3-4. I got to solidify that middle of the defense. It's an important spot.
Surprised you didn't want to crush out that
Also-
Notre Dame linebacker's name there.
You know, I did Jeremiah Usu-Karamoa, but I think that for the Jaguars with the plethora of picks, I think you're going to see some moves being made where they jump up to get guys they want. I think Christian Barmore is probably could have went higher to a team if someone, I think he's one of those guys at that position. He's ahead of a lot of other people. So they weren't going to get him at 25.
Matt, that's still on the clock with the Patriots.
Oh my God, I wasn't even ready for that. Offers are
Patriots got
open to be accepted here.
Patriots got some picks and their quarterback. Oh, yeah, they got Jimmy now too. I forgot.
Yep. The Patriots are in a good, shockingly
You know?
decent position for them.
They never picked this high.
Yeah, seriously.
Man, what would they do here? I mean,
It's tough because it's tough to say exactly what would go on.
like
I know what
they've
they
been
do.
super aggressive.
Can you open up team needs there for me if you don't mind?
Is this based off draft or is this this is just based off overall, right?
That's syncing up with what I thought. They're gonna go ahead and take. Should I just say it or?
Do whatever you want.
Yeah. Go ahead.
They're taking Najee Harris there.
Ooh,
Alabama.
damn, dude, that's a bowl. That's a bowl for them.
All right, we got the Eagles on the clock. Non-user controlled team here. Is anyone trying to trade with them before we make a pick?
No, fuck them. I hope the whole city burns.
All right.
Not the whole city, but
So-
What are their needs? Just go to their
Needs are wide receiver, corner, O-line, linebacker, and DL.
So anybody in the top those top
Yeah.
4 guys.
I mean,
I don't see.
heard a lot of good things about Rashad Bateman.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, and they traded back, right? So
They traded back.
This is their first pick.
The only corner they would go with here would be like Caleb Farley, but that would be.
I don't think. Yeah,
It's a little. I don't know. Depends.
I think they'd probably give Rashad Bateman, to be honest with you, and try and give Jalen a weapon.
You think they want to
Another
take
weapon.
another receiver and be the laughing stock of the league? I don't know.
Rashad Bateman, honestly, was viewed really highly after the 2019 season.
Although I have heard that Elijah Moore, a lot of people have him as like the 4th wide receiver. So like even I agree with you. I think wide receiver. I just think maybe they go with like Elijah Moore, even though he's not higher on this list. But like,
they're
Bateman has that size. If you
Elijah
want the
Moore.
size, you
Yeah,
take
he's
him.
only ranked 54 on this list.
Yeah. I mean, I'm cool with Bateman. I'm cool with Bateman. I could see them doing that. I mean, I think they got to take whoever their highest is on their board. So it could be any of these guys.
They got wide receiver as the biggest need.
Yeah, let's do Bateman.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. All right. 21 is Colts. Colts needs are line, edge, tight end, corner, and D line. I mean, we got 2 edge guys right there at the top. Kwity Paye and Aziz Jaluria.
I mean, they could probably take either of those guys. I don't think. Let me see if I can. I mean, I could see if anything else pops up when I look what they need and any predictions. They're one of those teams that's just kind of filling holes at this point. If they're healthy, they're going to be.
I think they take one of these edge guys, maybe.
I'm not opposed to that.
I personally like Kwity Paye, but
I got a feeling they'll go Paye.
Matt, what do you think about Michigan getting selected here?
So, it's funny because, like, I was actually talking about this earlier. As much as I love Michigan, I'm not in love with taking any of these guys first round. I just don't think this is a great edge rusher class. But I do think, this late in the draft, I think Paye is a good option here. He does have the upside. I think he'd be a high 2nd round pick. I just don't see that 1st round potential. So I think this would be a realistic place to take him. I know Sean's probably opposed to that with, a Notre Dame guy right there.
No. I mean, look, Owusu Karamoa he's an athletic freak. He could come off the edge, but he's not going to be on the defensive line. But as far as a blitzer, he'd be good. It seems like they need someone on the defensive line to be able to, hold up against the run and pass rush. So,
all right,
I'm down with that pick.
Titans are interesting. They got O-line, wide receiver, corner, tight end, and safety. Not a lot of those guys are on the board right now at the top. Besides, you got a couple of linemen down here.
I don't know, man. I think they take a running back personally.
Really?
I mean,
I was like, whoa. Wait a minute. Hold on. Whoa. I think, can I just say Caleb Farley? I know he's a little lower on the board, but I do think this would be the range that he might go. And
let's do it.
Yeah, I can actually agree with that. There's nobody else close to there, and that's something that they need. I don't think this is, if I'm not mistaken, it's not a super deep corner class.
No. After him, it drops off.
Yeah.
All right.
And I think it's like Dave said earlier, like there's only so many guys that people are considering 1st round picks. At this point, it's going to be whoever they scouted and liked the best, or whoever fits their system.
The thing with Caleb Farley is the injury, right? He got like these back surgeries, but like he's from what I heard, he's like a top 15 talent, potentially the top most athletic or best football player out of the corners, but he's just got hurt a lot. So, I mean, I know teams are cleared on the medical. I just think that he'll go in this range, and Titans that would be a scary deal. They add him in and he's healthy, but health is always the issue, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Who's the Jets?
Mr. Ant Valenti?
Hey, what are their needs again? Can you pull that up real quick?
Yeah. Jets, we got quarterback, O tackle, corner, linebacker, running back.
Can we scroll up on the selected teams a little bit if you don't mind?
Over here.
Yeah, just want to see from maybe like, if you can go put 22 on the bottom.
Jets drafted Fields, right?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Yep.
you.
I mean, the Jets are one of those teams that you could take. I feel like
Anyone?
Anything.
Yeah. Highest rated. I mean, I don't know.
Best available. Aziz.
So we're taking Aziz. Or wait, we got Osamoa. Kamara.
Well, easy there, Pat.
We got Jeremiah.
With the first pick, I'll take Trevor Lawrence.
Terrible.
What's the who do they get? Who are they getting back to? CJ Mosley they still have, right? So I don't know if they get a middle linebacker. But
on
could
edge.
be wrong. And I think Aziz, right?
Who the hell's their who's their running back? Yeah. Am I just like
They
blanking
don't
on
have
that?
one. I mean, but I think they like Najee.
Aziz.
All right.
They pick
Aziz
and
Ansari.
Michael Pirine. Pirine's a running
A
back.
little undersized.
We got Steelers up. Needs are O line, running back, edge, cornerback, and linebacker. Do we go running back or linebacker? I think they could take either one of these guys at the top here. And actually, any of these four guys probably.
I think Joke would be just nasty in the Steelers jersey.
Yeah, I mean, you
Well, I
you
could
talk,
see it.
you think Steelers, you think linebacker.
I could see it, man. They lost Bud Dupree, right? So they kind of need
Yeah.
a guy who they can move all over the place.
Yeah, and
Right.
I think they, I know they're rumored to take a running back, and I think you keep seeing Najee Harris pop there, but
I will.
there's
say
no
that,
way that
yeah.
Najee Harris is rated higher on their board than Caramello.
I love Etienne for them. Like,
Yeah.
'cause people want to say Najee Harris for them, but like, look what James Conner. Like, I think they need a guy who can help Ben get the ball out and receive. And I love Etienne. I think, like, I have a feeling like they like Etienne more than Najee Harris. Yeah,
Tigers.
I think he's do it all back. So I don't know, but I think Joe.
They did lose Connor. That's a good
Etienne's
point.
going to
I
be
didn't
a
even-
beast
I
for
know.
somebody.
Yeah, they don't have a running back right now.
So we
Yeah.
doing Etienne or we doing linebacker?
I honestly, I could see him taking Etienne at this spot. I just,
All right.
I'm honestly torn. So go.
yeah, I think I've
Travis
only read about
Etienne.
them doing, yeah.
Damn.
And
Dolphins.
that offense, all of a sudden, now you can say like, okay, they can have a shot at actually
Ooh,
competing.
the Dolphins could have taken Etienne there too.
Yeah, that's what we were gonna do. That's exactly.
Hey, I'm just
Like, that's
asking.
why I
I'm
was
only
thinking.
asking down the line for pick number 29. But when the Packers pick, we're obviously going to pick something that they don't need at all, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
We're actually going to pick the Davis Webb kid or whatever.
Davis Webb. Hey, don't give me nightmares. though.
Davis Webb.
Not with Davis Webb.
We're
Was it
clearly
Davis
gonna-
Mills?
We're clearly going to give him
Stanford.
Trayvon Merrick, right?
Yeah.
Like, 'cause they took a safety, like,
Felipe
2 years ago,
Franks.
I was
right?
actually going to take David Moore out of Central Michigan, quarterback. He's rated 422.
Good state.
I'm waiting for the.
Yeah, Dolphins are on the clock here.
Yep, they just submitted their pick.
Oh, they did.
That was quickie. I have a feeling I know what this is.
The Dolphins have selected Tevin Jenkins.
Ooh, I had no
Oklahoma
idea
State.
what that was.
Oh, we got the Browns on the clock. Matt's favorite team.
You mean the St. Louis Lunatics?
Yeah.
Yes, the St. Louis Lunatics, who are a part of our NFL GM.
Do Browns have a need? Like what? Like I know.
We got edge,
They need a
cornerback,
different city.
linebacker, D tackle, or O line.
Well, they
Yeah.
got Clowney, right? But that's a 1-year deal.
Yeah, I think at this point,
Yeah,
I think
it's a one-year
Coramo is gonna.
That would be sick.
I think if he's sitting there, I think you grab
Yeah,
him.
you got to take him.
I'm cool with that. That's a great pick for them.
I mean, I've heard a lot of good things about this Jamin Davis
Yes.
guy too.
I think he's the best pure middle linebacker from what I've heard. Outside
Yeah.
of Micah Parsons, obviously.
So we got Ravens up next. Their needs are edge, O line, D line, safety, and wide receiver. I could see them taking some O linemen here.
Yeah, I think they're gonna reload on the O line after getting rid of
So
Orlando Brown.
Yeah, they just
I mean,
lost.
unless they have another. Did they get rid of him knowing someone?
Well,
They have
what's-
someone on the roster.
Well, hold up, because they have the 2 first-round picks now, right? So
Yeah, they got 27-31.
So
Bro.
I guess like what
they do.
I would think they go wide receiver because like if I'm them Saints and Packers, I'm thinking like they're going to go wide receiver.
Yeah, but who's
Or I guess
here
Packers
wide
can go
receiver?
line,
That's
too.
So I've heard a lot of good things
Elijah
about
Moore, man, I'm telling
Kadarius
you, he's
Toney,
gonna go first round.
Elijah Moore.
Yeah, those guys are ranked much lower on this than they should be.
Yeah,
not a
this
quantum.
is,
of
I
Browns
think
little
this
brother.
rankings was updated at end of March. So I read
Terrace
it.
Marshall, I've heard too. I mean, he's the bigger one out of these guys. You know,
Who
I
do
guess
they
it's
have
like
right
they
now?
go
They have
Marquise Brown,
Hollywood Brown.
Marquise
That's
Brown.
pretty much it, right?
Sammy Watkins.
Sammy.
What's his
So
name?
Terrence Marshall would bring them
Miles
something they
Boykin.
don't have as a
Right.
physical receiver.
Well,
I
hold
agree.
on. What about what's his face? The tight end. Why am I escape? Why is his name escape?
Mark Andrews.
Mark
Pat
Andrews.
Frymarth?
College Football News has them predicted to take Elijah Moore, pick number 1, 27.
I
I feel
don't.
like that's an
Marshall's that
eerily
big
similar
body
pick
guy
to
too.
Yeah.
Hollywood, though.
See, I
Like
don't-
you're
I
getting the
think
exact same
Terrace
receiver.
I kind
Marshall.
of agree with Terrace Marshall. Whoever said
I think it brings him. Yeah, I think it just brings him a different type of receiver.
Mhm. He could be like
Um,
that pure possession number 2, 6'3" guy where like Marquise.
And then you have Brown and Watkins are your fast get open
and
guys.
then Andrews
Hey,
on the
I'm
inside.
in line with that.
Yeah.
All right, so Terrence Marshall to the Ravens. We got the Saints on the clock.
Now this
Saints
one,
needs.
Elijah Moore, I think would be perfect with.
We
Michael
got
Thomas
wide
there.
receiver, linebacker, corner, D tackle, and safety. So I think
Their offense needs some help. They can't keep recycling leftover receivers.
They need to give Jameis another weapon. He ain't Drew Brees.
Did anyone see that video of Jameis at that camp? That was pretty cool.
All right.
Where he basically said, like, no one believes in me anymore. You got to believe in yourself. And everyone was like
He also sucks.
laughing.
you got the Packers up here. Their needs are corner, O tackle, wide receiver, linebacker, D tackle. Well, we got an offensive tackle,
Oh right,
a
Kevin.
linebacker.
Guys,
Do we think this is the year they take a
wide receiver?
yeah.
Like help out Aaron for one.
Kadarius
season.
Right.
Toney could be. I've seen him actually going in this spot in a couple of drafts.
Yeah, I mean he's definitely. I think he'll go. Like I think he's gonna one of those guys who's gonna go there in that late round. I just think that like, do they need it? Who's their? They just lost like 2 tackles, right? Or no?
They lost one.
Yeah, the other guy. Well, the other guy's coming off a major injury too. What's his name?
I think honestly, I mean,
I think they
I'm
go
cool with-
tackle here.
I'm cool with them giving them Tony. Like I think,
Yeah.
I think he does. He is a little different like than what they usually get, but maybe that's a good thing. Like he's a more
Kadarius
of a
Toney?
slot guy. Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
you know they need that slot. They don't have that true slot guy like a Julian Edelman for their team. You know,
So
Right.
we don't think they go with the next available quarterback there just to piss off Rodgers again and have him carry
Davis
him through
Mills,
the playoffs. Could you imagine?
Kellen Mond at 29.
We got the Bills.
I just think of that gif where
Um,
everyone just slaps their forehead.
Yeah.
Oh man, that'd be
Can I nominate a player that I heard rumors and rumblings that I think
for the Bills.
could be true? Yeah,
Yeah,
Javante Williams, the running back
Whoa.
from North Carolina.
they just kicked me out.
No way.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
You better recycle all these picks. Let's go through them real quick. No way, Pat.
Yep. I guess we
bad.
timed out.
I didn't even know that was an option. All right. Well, we can
finish the first round. Who
Yeah,
are the last
we can
couple of
finish
picks?
God.
Justin Fields.
Matt, didn't you take pictures?
I got a few. Hang on, let me send them over.
So let's recap here while we're.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys
basically.
recap. I'm gonna just pick.
So the first spin of our draft was number 2
Oh, God, I don't
overall.
remember the
Yeah.
trades.
Fields. Don't worry about the trades. Just go like I guess the pick. I guess.
Yeah, the pick is fine. I
You know
mean,
what I'm saying?
Just take them off the board.
Yeah, just like we know like.
we know who's picked already. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
So I'm just gonna do that.
All right, I just sent
Um,
the pictures I have.
Yeah, just
That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Lyle did not go
if we
to.
were like at 15, that would suck. But it's
No, they're just having me take them off the board so we can get to the end of the board.
Gotcha. Solid call. Sorry to everyone watching on YouTube.
God.
hey man, the first year of the fourth.
I guess
one
it's got what, a
mock draft.
2-hour time limit on this thing?
That's crazy. That's crazy that it booted you.
Also crazy we got to 2 hours.
This was almost as bad as the fantasy draft night. Switching the draft order.
God,
oh my gosh, that was
that was stressful.
Hey, look, I think the league got the rightful champion.
Yeah,
I don't know if Cameron James would say the same
Antonio
thing.
Gibson screwed me in every single fantasy league this year, and if I had him, I would have won. I'm just saying.
Damn.
I'm just saying. Like I lost my running backs. Like that was my only running back.
Listen,
You were putting
I
up
don't wanna
ridiculous
hear-
points.
I don't want to hear
I was
anyone
at
talking
Gio
about
Bernard, I
losing
think.
running backs. I don't want to hear anyone.
No. I never lost.
Ever-
I didn't lose. I didn't have running backs.
Oh damn! You only
Well,
had
is it-
222.
I had 2 running backs in my big fantasy league, my main league. I had the best running backs on the face of the planet, and they both went down within an hour of each other. I never want to hear about anyone losing running backs again.
whose team was it? Her name is Ashley, I think, but like
Ash, yeah, sports is sold by a girl.
Was her team
Yeah.
was like a juggernaut, man. They destroyed.
She
Like
was
I
fucking
had her in the
nasty.
playoffs. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get tanked on.
I lost to her twice. Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs, and that was it.
I think I lost to everyone twice.
I mean, she was
Hey,
the champion.
Yeah, she was.
All right, so I'm forgetting one person
Um,
because we were on the Bills.
Elijah Moore.
Did we move him off the board?
He would have been lower. So
Nope. Okay.
Perfect.
All right. So now we're on the Bills pick. Ignore
I was-
everything above that.
Yeah, and I was nominating Javonte Williams. I've just heard rumors that he's going to go in the first round, and I could see the Bills taking a running back because they need.
They need a solid running back.
Yeah, and especially
yeah, I like
if, the two
Javonte
guys
Williams.
are
He's a
off.
beast.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's
I
see
love
here.
him too. So
Running backs available has him, Michael Carter, Gainwell.
Damn, I mean,
Sherman. Yeah, it kind
Let's
of drops
look
off
at
there.
that.
wow, that's whatever happened to Chuba Hubbard, man. He really fell, huh?
He'll go to somebody and be like a role player.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
like
this is a
James
weak.
Robinson.
This is a weak running back.
What do you have?
class.
A really bad. He was really bad. Wait, Chris Evans is there.
Puka.
Captain America.
Yeah.
is-
260.
Listen, I actually like Puka Williams. He's just like 100.
All right, so we're taking Javonte Williams here.
Yeah,
All right, so we have the Ravens up again. I don't
Go
remember.
O-line.
what
The
we said
original
there.
pick, they-
O-line and edge are their two biggest.
yeah.
needs.
They took Terrence Marshall. Right, that was
Yeah,
the
we
guy.
actually had that.
I wouldn't be shocked if they went a little early and took Rousseau here.
I think Rousseau is going to keep falling, to be honest with
You
you.
think so?
I think he's gonna go first. I mean, I don't know.
What's his
I've heard so many-
backstory? Why is he was projected in the top 15 originally? Is he-
He did not do well at his pro day.
I always hated
didn't
that.
play last year. And the other guy
He
who
was
replaced
like
him,
he was an
Jalen
original
Phillips.
like guy projected to go to the Giants and at that 11th pick originally.
I mean, he's got a lot of potential.
Basically,
I think he's
they're
got a high
saying-
ceiling.
So Draft Network says that while Russo's frame and length jump off the tape, his lack of technical refinement, processing skills, and functional strength are concerning. So it seems like the little things, you know.
Yeah,
so
say
if you
functional
want to groom
strength is
him, if
making
you
it
want to
to
do that, then maybe he's more developmental, I guess.
But I mean, they definitely have the guys around there. You're going to tell me they're not
Right.
going to call Ray Lewis in to help him?
I think this could be the team that would do it if they did it.
Right.
Or like these next two teams, I think one of them could absolutely take him. It'd be a perfect
Yeah.
spot for him, you know.
Yeah, I kind of think he goes here. I think they take the shot, especially since they had 2 first rounders.
I'm cool.
Rousseau.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Now, the world champions. Who do they add?
The Tampa.
Returning
Tampa Bay
all 22
Buccaneers.
starters on offense and defense
That is
for
absurd.
the first time in NFL history.
It's
Man,
absurd.
they can go-
It's just because Brady's there and he went to a great college, obviously. So
I mean, do they add to that
College
defense? Do they add to that
football.
defense? I mean, I don't know. Like,
What
what
is-
else do they need?
I see him just going best available, to be honest with you. Kind of
Yeah,
like the
I think
Chiefs
he
last
is.
year. They were like, who do we add?
Tampa Bay Bucks.
Maybe a kicker.
I think didn't they try that already?
Yeah. I don't know,
They
is
took that
a-
kid out of Florida State. It was terrible.
Yeah, they did. Let's see
I
here.
mean, they got some defensive players they can pick from here. I think that if it falls like it did in our draft, I think they'd go defense.
I wouldn't be surprised if they went edge, like JPP. Like I don't know who their other edge. Oh, Shaq Barrett, right? But like JPP,
Yeah.
older. You can have a guy in rotation. They're not going to go linebacker. I can't see them. I mean, Jamin Davis would be. I would say like someone would trade up for Jamin Davis, maybe.
Right.
at this pick because I just can't. I mean, I cannot see him falling out of the first round.
I mean, they could go line, but
Or Zayvon Collins or something. Zayvon Collins is an interesting option for them. He's 270, and you could just move him everywhere. You could play linebacker and D line, and he's like projected.
I mean, I think they do need another.
They
They need not so much like a linebacker, but they do need like an edge rusher.
need like if they can have someone that can move
Asante
maybe on
Samuel
both sides. Do they need a corner?
realized he was coming
They
out.
do need a
this year.
corner.
I'm just scrolling down, seeing who's available later on.
What about a wide receiver, like inside slot guy?
I
Moore.
mean, Amari
Mhm.
Rogers from Clemson. Not trying to say
Rondell
anything,
Moore.
but,
Rondell Moore is interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
y'all can go
he's-
fuck yourselves on
He's
that.
got
got
the-
60. This thing is a joke. A fucking joke.
He's got the combine. Rondell Moore's had a amazing.
I'm happy for him.
Combine.
I'm glad he can jump high and run fast. Amari Rogers is legit on the field.
Just like Mike Williams
be-
for in San Diego.
The way I look at it,
Another
I mean,
Clemson Tiger.
or I don't know, Nuke Hopkins, one of the best wide receivers in football. Why don't you compare him to him? Like you're gonna compare him to Mike
Why-
Williams.
I
Why do you
can't-
compare him to Hopkins?
Because Amari Rogers is more of a chance to be a Mike Williams than he has to be.
He has no chance to be a Mike Williams. Mike Williams is 6'5". Amari Rogers is not. Like that's a horrible comparison. It's like saying Ian Book has a chance to be Tom Brady or something.
I mean, if he does get drafted in the 7th round,
I was just trying to throw you an Ian Book reference there.
hey, he should have been a first rounder. But what are you going to do?
All right,
How
do we want to end this?
I don't know. I feel like they do need. I mean, everything I've read is all defensive positions or offensive line. So I mean, it doesn't hurt to keep protecting Tom Brady, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
Matt, Ant, who would you guys pick?
The only thing I did that, Dave did say, Pierre Paul, obviously he's getting older and it says he's going to
Doesn't
his
have
final year of the
All
contract.
his fingers.
And he's just coming off knee surgery too. So, maybe they're going to draft his replacement here.
Joseph Asai.
Yeah. I mean, maybe an edge guy, someone else to fill in right behind him or, I know Jason Owa from Penn State is a guy that is projected to go in the first round a lot. I think if he's sitting there, that could be a way they go as well.
honestly, when I've done mocks, I've had Jason Owe. I've had him going around like 30, 31. So I mean,
Yeah, I think that's a good pick for them.
I think
Yeah,
I think
I'm kind of with you on that. I was originally leaning tackle there just to get somebody else in, and have that strong rotation. But I think edge rush is going to be the move.
I do think
I think it's somebody, you can rotate on the defense like that. So, which you going to Owa here, Penn State?
Yeah, let's go with them.
All right.
Yay!
Those are not our real results.
Yeah,
We have the recording.
fact.
Were there any
Speaking of,
picks
we
that
need
really
Texas.
surprised you guys or anything? Or?
Trying to remember.
Yeah, Sean picking Sertan.
I mean, that was an option. I know when we did our roulette that that was a pick that obviously fell to the Cowboys. I think I actually picked him as the Cowboys, but I don't know. I mean, I like I said, I think we said earlier, it's just a draft that's going to be it's going to be unpredictable, and I think everyone is trying to predict these trades and who's going to move. I think who wants to move up, but a lot of those picks are gonna. Those early picks, those, as Pat said before, those kind of like swaying picks are going to kind of decipher where those trades are made, because I don't think anyone knows. There hasn't been a San Francisco. Obviously there's the Mac Jones rumors, but Justin Fields is still going to be there. What are the Falcons going to do? That's a big one. It's all over the place. And until those picks are made, you really have no clue, who's going to be in line to go where. So it's a tough draft to predict for sure. I would love to see. I definitely am going to do some betting, some betting on this draft and up the ante a little bit. Following on my phone at the Devils Flyers game. I don't know, Pat. You're the commish. Were you surprised by anything besides Amari Rogers not getting selected in the first round?
I don't think he's going to go in the first round. But, I mean, if I'm just looking at the pictures Matt sent over,
Whoa, Matt.
I think Fields to the Jets obviously was a pick that we don't see in the mocks, but honestly, I agree with it. I think I like him more than I like Zach Wilson.
I just don't like Zach Wilson. I know, Pat, you're on the same page as me. And
I just don't believe in it. Like I don't see how you're gonna take that guy, put him on the Jets, and be
This pains
successful.
me to say, and I think the entire world would be shocked by this.
Wow.
I agree with
I think
that.
we're gonna have to end on this.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think he ends up going that high to the Jets, and I just hope that somehow the Jets are ruined by another Ohio State player. That's all I can say. I don't want him to go high. I hate that school more than anything, other than maybe Easy Pass, but I feel like he's going to end up going second. It's just something I see. Although I will say the pick that surprised me the most was actually the Washington football team moving up to 15 to take Parsons. That is goddamn terrifying to think about. I don't think it's a super realistic possibility. I don't think Parsons slides that far. But if somehow he did and he ended up in Washington, he's in danger.
Character concern. You never know, man.
They're talking about him sliding. So
that far though, I mean,
yeah.
They've been mocked. There's mocks to him going to us at 19. I just was safe in the.
I've seen him in the late teens.
I think a good thing for, I mean, at least for Giants fans and Cowboys fans, is that there's going to be, hopefully at least 4 quarterbacks taken prior to us picking, which leaves a good pool of players. It's also scary because you could pick the wrong guy. There's not, but at the same time, like you want to have those options.
Now, what would you guys? Can I ask you guys as Giants fans, if like say Jalen Waddle was there and if whatever, and I kind of feel like I know the answer to this, but if they I've heard that they might trade down and go edge, right? And it's so, what would you guys? How would you feel if he was on the board and they ended up trading down?
How far down? Because you're talking about going edge. If we're not at
let's say Chargers move up from 13, and you guys move back
to go edge.
No. I'm sorry. Let's say where's Arizona? 16. Let's say Arizona 16. You go back to get Jalen Phillips.
If we're going
discuss, and then they went up for Jalen Waddle.
So I mean, look, if you watched the Giants games last year, our defensive backs did an amazing job because we had no pass rush half the game. Mm-hmm. It was painful to watch a lot of the time because we could not get to the quarterback 75% of the game. Now, we did show up in big scenarios, and obviously it got us a decent amount of wins by making plays on defense. But, man, that's why I was so torn when I picked, because Jalen Waddle's sitting there, and the idea of that offense is just so scary and fun to think about. Mm. But our biggest need, I think, is edge rusher. And I said it last year to Matt all the time. We just gave quarterbacks too much time to throw. But the other thing is, we
have someone who can throw the ball.
Right. I do like Micah Parsons. Maybe he is going to be the guy that's going to be blitzing.
Yeah,
I'm not in love with any of these edge rushers. There's not that solidified number one guy.
So what if you end up, when you traded down? Let me clarify. I guess. And you get let's say they offer, because they want Waddle, so it's competition. You're like, I'm going to take him, so they offer their second this year to move up. So you get their first at 16, and you get a second next year. They get Waddle. You move down, get your edge rusher, but now you also have another second rounder.
I mean, I think that's smart to do. I mean, I don't trust Dave Gettleman making those kind of picks, but
right.
But I mean, I think, if we are guaranteed to get an edge rusher, that's going to be better than what we have right now. Like I said, I think with our defense, it's super scheme driven, and they can plug players in. Yeah. And I think anyone that can, we have Leonard Williams, who obviously had a great year. We do have to replace Dalvin Tomlinson somewhere later in the draft, but
that's the thing. It's you have Leonard, and you got BJ Hill, you got some other good pieces there, but you did Dexter Lawrence and so forth, but you lost a really big piece of the middle, and you guys, I think it was I saw a stat was your biggest edge rusher, or the most sacks they had, was 4 sacks.
Right.
4 sacks. And he's not even on the team anymore.
It was super spread out. There was never a guy that never got there wasn't that, besides Leonard Williams, there wasn't that guy that anyone really had to watch. And Leonard Williams kind of overachieved, and we can only hope that he plays up to that level again, especially with the contract he signed. But
right.
So
I don't know.
Here's the most
tough.
up to date.
And I know Matt's, he's not a surefire thing on Kwity Paye.
There's the
I'm
edge.
not. Which
Because the other side of this is it's a deep edge class, but if there's a run at the end of the first and you guys miss out on an edge, like after Russo here, Peyton Turner, I think, is a good sleeper that I've read about. After that, though, it's a drop off.
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
I don't even know these guys' names down here.
Yeah, it's scary. I mean, like if we're going to take the edge,
19 overall, Ron Jackson.
I don't know, man. I mean, that the Giants and everything, like I read before, they're torn on Smith, Devonta Smith, J.C. Horn, who that would be. I mean, I would like to see him picked. That would be our secondary would just be.
I didn't even think corner for you guys.
Solid, and and then Micah Parsons was the other guy that apparently someone in the front office.
Yeah, Micah's down 16 on this one.
Yeah, that's overall though, right?
Yeah, it's his best available overall.
So I don't know, man.
Really
honestly, I would love to see Parsons. I think that's really my guy for the Giants this draft.
And I know he didn't get taken in ours, but Trayvon Merrick, I'm curious to see where he's like the only safety. After that, it's like you got Richie Grant, but like
it's kind of a
only top safety.
Really rough safety class.
Yes, and he's like the best cover safety, like apparently in the last couple of years. So I'm really curious to see where he goes.
It's crazy that this dude is going to go number 3 overall.
Man, I think it's happening, man. It's going to be crazy.
We're definitely going to see a run of quarterbacks early. We definitely are.
I don't
look. It's good for, like I said, it's good for us as Giants fans. Like we're not in the market, and it's only going to push all these other guys down the board. It just really depends on the moves that if anyone jumps ahead of us, I don't see them. There's options.
If someone's jumping ahead of you, most likely they're jumping up for one of these quarterbacks.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I would, if we do take an offensive lineman, I understand, but I think we have bigger needs than that. And I think I was happy with some of the guys where they filled in last year. Now, if they don't progress, it's one thing, but I think you're going to see more progression, hopefully. And if if it's the same group, then maybe you'll see that. I know offensive lines, obviously playing together, they can gel a little more and we can see more production, but I don't know. It's really going to be an interesting draft. I honestly don't know what's going to happen. And it's pretty exciting, actually. It's that time of year.
100%.
Besides the start of football season, this is the other.
Facts. This is the other most exciting.
All right. Well, I mean, I think that's about it. I mean, we got a first round done. I think it took a little longer than expected.
Yeah.
Some technical difficulties, but you live and you learn. And
Tom Fletcher.
Tom Fletcher.
Does anybody need a long snapper in the draft?
Yeah.
Dallas over there in the hat. You guys need a
Matt. I know I didn't send you a script, but do you have your?
Oh, I'm ready. I actually got queued up right now.
Matt, take us out, man. Tell them where they can find us.
Well, just in case you weren't sure or you weren't paying attention on any of the other dozens of episodes, you can find us on Instagram at Why Am I a Nerd Official. That's WHYAM, the letter I, a Nerd Official. You can find us on Facebook and YouTube at Why Am I a Nerd, spelled exactly the same way. And on Twitter at 4th and 1 Pod. That's the number 4, THANDWON Pod. Please like, rate, and review us wherever you enjoy listening or watching. 5 stars, as always, is greatly appreciated. Thank you for joining the 2021 NFL Draft, hosted by the 4th and 1.
Hey, Dave, before we sign off, why don't you just drop all your stuff, what you're doing now, and where everyone can find your content?
Yeah, man. I'm doing, if you guys are interested, I'm going to be doing a 32 pick full first round mock draft on Thursday morning of the draft. It's going to be a jersey swap mock. So it's jersey swaps for every single pick. You can find me at RNFF Designs on Twitter and on Instagram.
All right. Awesome. All right. Well, thanks to everyone for watching and listening. I'm Sean.
I'm Matt.
We'll catch you next time. Adios.
Have a good one, everyone. Oh, sorry. I didn't do it over there.
Football Giants